What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
Buongiorno. Welcome to another live stream here with Vladanoob. Hello everybody. Today we're going to be taking the Black Square Caravan Pro passenger variant without the cargo pod for a little trip around Sicily, Italy. Gonna take off here from Palermo, from Punta Raisi. We're gonna take a little tour around the island of Sicily in Italy. That is what we're doing today. Okay. It's gonna be a good one today, isn't it? Hopefully it will. Okay, without further delay, let's jump on inside and get our stuff started up here with the Black Square aircraft. Should we do a walk around? Let's just do a little walk around of our aircraft, right? Don't have anything on, no chocks, no covers. Everything's removed already. Everything is removed. So we're looking good here with our aircraft. I don't know why whenever I look around in the walk around mode, it's so choppy. Good afternoon, Mr. Ernest. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, let's check our rudder lock. We can do that, can't we? Unlock. I don't know which position is unlock again, but we'll find out. Okay, let's jump into our aircraft here. Yeah, I'll get those stairs down. And how do you jump in? Hey, you can't jump in, you have to press. Remove your character mode right there. Let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of this yoke here. Come on. How do I close the... Oh. Get the stairs up, and then I can close this, can't I? There we are. Brilliant. Alright, here's our aircraft. We're not going to spend too much time today trying to set this up. We're just going to go right into it. VR, this, that's fine. Realistic yoke movement. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna go GNS 430, 530. Done. Payload here. Oh, rudder lock is off, which is fantastic. We got enough fuel for today. Yes, we do. Just the pilots. That's enough for today. We're not doing anything else. Engine condition 97. Oh. A little bit of an issue there. No problem. Electric cabin is 32 degrees Celsius. Quite hot. I put all of that down there. Let's go to our engine. I'm gonna go and get started with today. Alright, so first things first, battery on. Oh, before battery on, I always forget. You need to do this. Get our fuel selectors. Battery on. Battery coming alive. Fuel boost on. Standby power on. Avionics switch. We're gonna wait for those. Let's put our RPM up. Our propeller. Oh, come on. There you go. Everything else is looking good for our engine start here. So let's go ahead and do that. Propeller is spinning. Percentage NG is looking good. Ignition on. ITT, oh, came close there, but we're good with ITT as well. Okay, ignition off. Starter off. Trip our generator there. Reset. Fuel pump to normal. Avionics switches on. We forgot our beacon lights and our nav light, but that's okay. I don't really care. Taxi lights on. And let's go and cool down our cabin. There we are. We'll take a look at our cabin right now. All the fans are running. We need a bit more power to get the AC running, so there we go. A bit more throttle right there to get our AC running. So we can cool this down. Temperature mode 23 degrees, that's fine. Let's get our inertial separators on there. In case we have some FOD. Let's get our GPS aligned. Let our engines warm up. Okie dokie. We've got temperatures all looking good. Oil temperature. Everything is looking good here. Yes, it is. Fuel quantity is looking good. Everything is fine. Let's put that on altitude. We'll pre-select this before I do that. Okay, today's altitude set. Altimeter set. Let's put it at 3,000 feet. Flaps down. And that's it. That's pretty much it. We're ready to go. We have a look down here. Pitot-static heats and all that stuff. We don't need it today. It's a warm day today, I believe. Is it not? It's a warm day. Yeah, it's a warm day. But we'll leave it on when we're about to take off, though. We'll do it. Because why not? Because why not, everybody? Why not? Seat belts, cabin. Okay, looking good. That is the Punta Raisi. I think this is the default scenery, but it's handcrafted, so it looks pretty good. I'll take a look at it. This is handcrafted, I believe. Yep, Punta Raisi is looking fantastic, isn't it? Today we're not using Beyond ATC because it's a VFR flight, and Beyond ATC is just Beyond ATC. Oh my god, my tongue. Beyond ATC is not gonna give us flight following for VFR. So ok, Punta Raisi, Palermo, Aeroporto Internazionale di Palermo, Falcone e Borsellino. Borsellino, ok. Aeroporto di Palermo. Sì. Ok, bellissimo. Let's go ahead and jump into our aircraft here. I think we're all ready. Let's take a look at little nav map for a second. Figure out which way the wind is coming from. Alright, it feels weird without Beyond ATC. Ah, you've gotten used to the Beyond ATC, huh? Okay, so wind is this way, so we can take off from runway 07 or 02 is a better idea today, right? Yeah, 02 is a perfect takeoff runway today. But to taxi till there, we just have to follow this, and that's what we'll do. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's, I think it's time for us to get out of here. Taxi lights are on, we're looking good for takeoff pretty much. I think it's time for us to get out of here. Parking brake, release. And we are on our way. Oh, I love this aircraft. It is so nice. No entry. That's not for us though. Let's turn it around. I miss this aircraft, I really do. We're gaining a bit too much speed. We need the speed to get the AC running, so you know. Aircraft is, look at the way how it's bouncing. Why is it, that's a weird movement right there, isn't it? Hold on a second, let me correct that. Give me a second. Let me correct that. I need to copy this from this one. That doesn't really fix it. We still have that shakiness. I don't know what that's about. See that shakiness right there? Across the runway. Yeah, this aircraft is very wobbly when we try and turn it, as you guys can see. Okay, I'm traveling way too fast. It's very fun to taxi this aircraft. Don't worry guys, soon we'll be out of here. We'll go all the way. It's that stupid effect from FS Realistic that I can't get rid of. For some reason, this I don't know what it is, but this extreme movement from side to side, I don't like it. See that? It's just jiggling around. I managed to turn it off with one of the aircrafts, but For this one, I can't. Alright, everybody, we are here at our takeoff runway. Landing lights up, strobe lights up. We are ready to go. I don't think there's any kind of FOD right now. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Yeah, it's too shaky. I don't know how to change it. I've tried everything under the sun to remove the stupid FS relay. It's only a problem when it's on the ground, man. Flaps up. Okay, we look fantastic. Lovely view of the airport there. Palermo, everybody, Palermo. Okay. Cut down on our propeller RPM. Let's cut down on that torque there. Turn our aircraft around. Remember that the Black Square Caravan, well, any caravan really, does not have a lot of performance under its boot. So, boot? What am I saying? Well, my point is it doesn't have a lot of performance on its side, so we gotta be careful with it. Gotta be careful with it. Okay, there. The airport looks nice, huh? This is a very well handcrafted airport here in Microsoft Flight Sim. We'll go exploring in the mountains a little bit first, but we won't be able to do any stunt flight sort of things because obviously it's not the aircraft for that. It's a very nice flying aircraft though. Very gentil. Gentil. The aircraft has a very serious tendency to pull, to rotate to one side, so that's something that we need to watch out for. Looks fantastic though. Wow. Cessna. It's just a sightseeing tour today. Mostly hand flying. Let's dip off to the side here, shall we? Very lovely. Should we give it a bit to the autopilot? Let's get our heading knob right there, and then we'll switch it to heading mode. We will arm that altitude. Let's go down. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Let's just hold altitude. We'll hold our altitude at 4,000 feet. Everything is looking stable. We can cut our power very slightly and check out the views for a bit. We'll have a quick cinematic and then we'll jump back into the cockpit. All right. Get back in here. We'll hand fly this thing. Disconnect autopilot. Throttle down slightly. Let our aircraft's nose drop here. To watch our speed. The aircraft does not speed up or slow down quickly. Let's turn off to our right, turn away from the airport. Shall we do some low level flying? Let's cut the throttle. Slow down our aircraft a little bit. Keep it around 5,000 pounds. And then let's dip our nose. One of the things I forgot about. We don't need this anymore. We don't need these anymore. We'll leave the pitot heads on. There we go. Pitch trim is ridiculously high, so let me bring that down. I've got some issues with this one. Hold on. There you are. Much better. Watch our speed, so we're gonna increase that a little bit. Fly towards those mountains ahead of us. Have a little look around. Maintain as much speed as possible because I don't want to go too low. Neither do I want to have a deficit of energy when we approach those mountains. Hello there, Chalito01. Have I flown the MD-11 from TFD? I know I have not. I have not been able to get my hands on that. I would love to, but I have not been able to get my hands on that. I shall try to, but by all accounts from some reliable sources, I've heard that it's good. Welcome to the live stream, Mr. Chalito. I've never seen you around. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're having a good day. Well, look at these mountains, huh? It's a nice and easy day here. wonder what this lake is called. I'm a fan of the Grand Caravan. I'm not sure if I should pick it up or MD-11. Oh, now that's a very rough question. It's a very rough one because those two are completely different aircraft for completely different purposes, right? Allow me to make your choice a little easier by asking you a few questions if you don't mind. What do you usually fly? Are you a GA guy or an airliner guy? What do you usually fly? Are you into retro airlines? What kind of aircraft do you fly? And I'm assuming 2024. This is a beautiful aircraft. It's the perfect aircraft for relaxing. Very gentle characteristics. I play on 2024. Well, I like airliners. What kind of airliners do you usually fly? Do you fly retro stuff? Do you fly retro stuff or modern stuff, or do you fly a lot of GA at all, or if any, what kind of GA do you like to fly? Based on those questions, I think I can give you an answer. Although I have not, keep in mind, I have not flown the TFD IMD-11. But I have heard from very good sources that it's an excellent aircraft. I can't give you a full judgment, but I can give you a very good idea. Can help you decide. Watch my speed a little bit, but apart from that, we're okay. I'm tilting us this way because I want some of the fuel to flow into this tank here. This Caravan is a tempting prospect, to be honest. It also has a really good flight model. It's absolutely rewarding to hand fly. Miles and miles away from the default aircraft for sure. It's also very, very versatile, this Caravan. Modern jet like the 737 and the A330 and Boeing. Wow, 787 I assume. Well, if you're more into modern airliners, and if you don't fly any GA at all, but you want to give this a shot, I think you should. It's highly unlikely that you'd be disappointed with this purchase. This aircraft is an absolute beautiful one. It's very, you can fly this aircraft in nearly every airport in the world because it's like a people's carrier. You can fly it into some large airports. At the same time, you can go bush diving with it too. It's very, very versatile. So that is one of the advantages if you are, if you're looking for something different. The MD-11 is different to your regular airliners that you have mentioned over here, to be honest, but I think perhaps in your case you should go for the Caravan. It's something very different. At the same time, it's something you can still fly in your usual places. You can also go bush diving with it at the same time. It's very nice. It also comes with a lot of variants. There's two kinds of variants you can buy. There's a cargo, there's an amphibian, and the passenger. There's three kinds. I suggest you buy the bundle, which is more expensive, but you get all three variants. or you can buy the passenger variant alone, as well as the cargo and amphibian variant separately alone. So it comes in 3 options: passenger variant by itself, amphibian and cargo variant bundled together, or all 3 of them bundled together. I recommend, unless you're looking to save on some money, I recommend you get all 3. Because if you get all 3, you can basically fly anywhere in the world you want. There's such versatility of operations and flights, and you know. And the physics are amazing on this one. For example, if you add the optional cargo pod at the bottom, you can notice a significant increase in drag and performance and stuff like that. At least that's what I've noticed. I don't know if that's placebo, but that's what I've felt. Which is why I fly usually the variant without the cargo pod, because it's slightly faster. Slightly quicker, I should say, in accelerating and stuff. It's beautiful. Still trying to get some fuel in there. Got an airport underneath us. I wonder which one. I can't really tell. So perhaps you would like to get this one instead of the MD-11. But it is expensive, eh? Does not come cheap. With the MD-11, if you're flying real-life routes all the time, or at least somewhat realistic routes, you're limited on options. Obviously, I'm not saying going by current times. There are very few MD-11s left now, but I'm talking about even if you go by historic routes, you don't have a lot of options per se, do you? It's still there. There's still quite a variety available, especially if you're flying the passenger variant. You still have a lot of variety. Yeah, tough choice, but I would lean towards the Black Square Caravan. Plus, I have it and I can recommend it. I can tell you positively. Okay. I'd say if you're new to GA, this is one of those aircrafts you should get your hands on. Ooh, we're encroaching our speed limit there. I like to fly fast, but this aircraft doesn't have a lot of speed under its belt. Makes for more interesting flying, more gentle flying. Very nice. Sort of cumbersome bird for its size, I suppose, yeah? Excellent, Mr. Jolito. I'm glad to have helped you out with that one. Oh well, welcome to the live stream, and you're very welcome. Thank you for chiming in today. Hope you have a good day, man. Welcome anytime. Having a nice, gentle, sunny day in Sicily. You get time for a lemonade, wouldn't it? Grab a nice little lemonade. Get yourself a pizza. A cold pizza. Yes, you heard me correctly. A cold pizza. And a cold lemonade. Munch on that while flying. That'll be a good day, wouldn't it? It'd be nice to see G1000 on it. I'm sure it's possible later in the future. For what? For the Cessna Caravan? It's not an aircraft that features the G1000. I don't think so. The G1000 suite is something that's a little too modern to go with this particular aircraft. You can get... there are a bunch of options here on this aircraft. If you take a look, I can show that to you for a second here. You can have the GTN 750 and the GTN 650 if you download them from the appropriate website and get them configured. You can fly with those if you like. But the G1000 is not going to come to this. I'm not aware of any G1000 updates for a Cessna Caravan. It's too modern a suite, I believe. I don't think that's going to happen though. The Garmin 43530 system is quite annoying to use. It's worse than just old. It's just very annoying. It's an old thing with a lot of new technology crammed into it, too many features in it. It's kind of annoying to use. I suggest you get your GTN 750 and 650 set up. I don't have that here, but you can get it set up. Especially if you're using Navigraph, you can use the 750, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. You can go and download it from the appropriate website and get that set up. And then your flying experience will be more modern if that's what you're going for, Mr. Chalito. I like to keep mine a little bit old-fashioned, nothing too retro. Although you do have the option of extreme retroing out, which I like too, to be honest. You can go into this if you like. And you can change it into something like this, which to be honest is what I prefer. But you know, for an aircraft like this, that's what I prefer. So you need to get it from websites there. I need to get that package from GitHub. I don't have that installed, so lots of stuff you need to do here. Anyway. Looks good. Vegetation looks absolutely fantastic here. I love the retro ancient radio stack. Let's dip our altitude a little bit, pull back on that throttle. The aircraft doesn't slow down right away. With the cargo pod variant it does a little bit more because of the drag. But this one, as you can see, is quite sleek for a Cessna Caravan. It's beautiful, beautiful sounds, beautiful everything. Takes a while to get a hang of it, but that's okay. Well worth it. Yeah, the sounds are excellent on this aircraft. Everything has been reworked. The 3D model is completely reworked as well, from what I've read. Sounds are reworked. Everything's reworked. It's not just reworked. It's a brand new product from scratch by Black Square. Usually, what they do is they give you the steam overhaul, the steam gauge overhauls for aircrafts, and a little bit improvement, I believe, on the flight model, if I'm not mistaken. But this one is entirely built from scratch. That's what makes it so unique. Usually Black Square gives you the steam gauge overhauls, but this one is not just an overhaul. It's a completely new aircraft. Miles different from the default. Oh, there's a bridge there. We gotta go under it. Cutting throttle. We need to dip our nose. We'll go under the bridge. As is flight and noob tradition, when we see a bridge in GA or military aircraft, we have to go under it. At least we have to try. So I think this thing can fit in there for sure. It looks like a large bridge there. It looks like a large one. We can fit it. If I can get my speed down without overspeeding. I can't cut. You know what, let me just cut it. We need to make sure we don't get affected by the lag on the engine. We have to keep our torque at a certain level so the engine responds quickly enough when I do ask for power when I try to pull up. But let's see. Yeah, this seems plenty of room there. Let's find out, eh? Heading towards the bridge, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this one's tricky because the only part where we can go through, there's a mountain there. Let's see. Okay, let's just keep on it. Let's keep on it. Our speed is gonna bleed off, so that's where we need the torque. Keep very close to the ground here. Ooh, lovely. Give it a bit of rudder there. Increase that, and there we go. Whoa. Okay, that's good. Watch our torque. We're back to normal. Yes, we are. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We passed under that bridge. Let's try one more time from the other side. Shall we do that? Just for the fun of it? We'll try that. Push up on the torque. Yeah. It's a fly the noob tradition. We have to pass on the bridge if we're flying the GAs or the military jets. If we're flying anything other than airliners, we have to pass under the bridge. If we see one. We'll try to. Not all of them are doable, but anyway. Okay, let's turn around. Turn around like a madman. Make the people scream right here, but we have total control. Perfectly fine here. Yeah. Let's cut the throttle out because we are too high and we need to dip our nose. There we go. Push the throttle up slightly, ensure that we've got enough power. We do. Now we're good to go. There we go, guys, towards the bridge. This one is, it's harder than it looks because of the structures all around it. We can make this one quite easily, never mind that. Wanna do one from external view, shall we? No, that's cheating, isn't it? Stick to this view here. This one's pretty straightforward, everybody. There you go. It's not because we hit it, that's just because of the way how it is. Oh yeah. Let's give it a lot of power now because we are losing a lot of airspeed doing this. Watch that torque a little bit. We'll keep ourselves in a very gentle and careful climb because this aircraft does not have the crazy performance of the Duke from Black Square. Oh, which is also another aircraft that they built from the ground up, I believe, yeah. Black Square Duke is another excellent aircraft that they built from the ground up. Another Black Square excellence. There we go. We got our speed back, more or less. We need a little bit more. That's okay. We're in a climb. It's okay. We can adjust that. Alright, I think it's time for us to turn back around and fly towards Palermo to go back in and land, right? Got a nice little escapade, lovely little one. Nothing too extravagant. So let's turn off to our right here. We'll continue hand flying all the way back to Punta Raisi, Palermo Airport. Perhaps we can do one more cinematic before we call it, right? Yeah, I'll do one more cinematic and then I'll hand fly it. So to do that, I'll give it off to the autopilot. Arm that. I'm going to... Yeah, we're gonna stall out here. Oh, that's okay. Yep, we're gonna stall out here if we're not careful. Switch that to heading mode. There we go. Now we can go in and enjoy some cinematic views. Gotta be careful of that mountain. I just want to clear that mountain there. So let me just give ourselves a slightly... Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Put our aircraft... Yeah. Go in for some cinematics, and then after that we will hand fly it all the way back to Palermo. My tracking, my overlay is stuck. The overlay isn't working the way it's supposed to. I don't know what's going on. There we go, now it is. Now it is. Yeah, 850. Welcome, man. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Thank you very much. Thank you. I think the overlay is now working. Yeah. It's working now properly. I'll now fly from Greenland to Canada on the Piston Duke. Ah, yes, I was just talking about the Duke. It's an absolutely brilliant aircraft. Okay, time for us to jump into the cockpit here, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, disconnect autopilot. Let's go in and hand fly ourselves. Piston Duke is an amazing aircraft. I love the Duke series. Oh no. That was overspeeding, wasn't it? Yeah, we oversped. So as you can tell, this aircraft is modeled really well. It actually is. It's modeled really well. We just went slightly above the speed and bam, oversped. That's brilliant. That is brilliant, to be honest. Okay, let's cut our propeller again. This needs to be on. Everything else is looking good. Let's check our cabin condition if it reset that. Our AC is off. Oh yeah. Oh, we don't need it. We're good. Excellent. So yeah, as I was saying, the Piston Duke there and the Turbine Duke too, very nice. I gotta watch my speed here. I'm just checking to see whether the overlay is actually accurate, and it is. The new overlay is doing its job really well, isn't it? Let me have a look at UTC at the moment. UTC is 1103 and that's what it's showing. Very good. It is working. So how did I get it not to work before? What was happening? Something I need to pay attention to. Okay. In either case, let's turn towards the coast. Keep an eye on our speed, eh? Wait, the yoke movement is messed up. Check that out. Oh, now it's okay. Okay, good. It's because of the autopilot. Never mind, guys. Great. Yeah, this aircraft is pretty cool. I've been having crashes on the Duke when making the changes on the GNS mid-flight. That's a bug. That should be a bug. Try your best not to do that. Do you mean changes on the GNS? As in when you're trying to program in a flight plan or something, or do you mean when you're trying to switch between various navigation systems? Which one do you mean? We're overspeeding. Okay, there we go. Nice. Like I'm cruising and I delete or add a waypoint sometimes when loading approaches. That's strange. Which system are you using? Are you using the GTS 750 by any chance? Or are you using the GNS 530 and 430? Okay, it seems the issue is back again. Yeah, there's something wrong with my overlay. No, there isn't. There isn't. It's working. The ground speed is kind of stuck. GNS 530. Oh, that is so strange. That is very strange that you're having that issue with the GNS 530. Do you have any add-ons installed for the avionics? Perhaps that could be the reason. For some reason our ground speed is stuck. That is a big problem. Yeah, our ground speed is... Oh, it's because we crashed, didn't we? Yeah. Not bad. Let me just refresh that. Nope, refreshing does not do anything. Yeah, I think it got stuck on 160 now because we crashed. But it happens with other aircrafts too. Okay, if it's happening with... yeah, it's definitely not a Duke issue then, right? If it's happening with other aircrafts, then it cannot be a Duke issue. Cannot be a Duke issue, so... Okay, I'm gonna go to my autopilot here because our ground speed is stuck after that crash. So I'm gonna close that. And I'm going to restart it. There we go, I think ground speed is working now. Yeah. Yeah, it's because we crashed. Once you overspeed, it's not really gonna give you the ground speed anymore. Anyway, we're good now. So now, if we increase our speed... Yeah, everything is working. So I have a new overlay system. I'm just working out the kinks and quirks of it. Excuse that, guys. But anyway, get back to our flight. Pay attention to it, and fly on back to Palermo. Yeah, there we go. Following a more inland route towards our airport today. Mr. Gear, have you updated your BIOS recently? How long has it been since your last BIOS update? Ooh, what a lovely, lovely set. The vegetation in 2024 is amazing up close, isn't it? So beautiful. About a month or two. A month or two is just fine. You're supposed to update it about technically about once every 6 months or so, but you're fine. A month or two is just fine. It should be some new drivers. Check out your graphics driver. Check out any pending updates on Windows, etc. And if the issue still persists, try to switch to the 750 rather than using the 530. There's also on the marketplace you can find reworked avionics for GA aircraft. You can find that on the marketplace and it's free, I believe. Try and get your hands on that. Try and get your hands on that. That, if nothing else works, that should also help, right? So try these suggestions. Okay, now let's turn ourselves and head directly almost towards our airport today. It is a beautiful aircraft to hand fly. Kind of wobbly. The thing is, it's modeled so well. You see the fuel imbalance that we're having right now, a massive fuel imbalance? That's actually modeled. So when I let go of the aircraft, the pull and the modeling of the fuel weights are actually going to show up. So if I want to correct that here, I need to switch off the fuel selector for this one, so that we only use fuel from the other side, and we can shake it into place. You can literally shake it into place. Give it a slosh. Give it a slosh. Everything is modeled. It's really cool. So you need to pay attention to your fuel imbalance. Right now we are turning off to the left for some reason, I don't know. And the aircraft is also out of trim. Dangerously out of trim. I want to use my shortcut for trimming, which is just to engage the autopilot. It's going to maintain the aircraft. Oh no, it's not. Ah. There you go. And once it does, I'm going to take back control from it. That is my auto trim function that I like to use. Saves me a bit of work. Alright, we're seeing that lake thing we flew over. We are very near our airport. We're gonna go in and land. Hold on a second, let me try something. Going to leave that the way it is. Seems to be working. Okay, not too far now. Those beeps that you're hearing, they are altitude horns there. That's all it is. Our wind has shifted from when we took off. It's now in the other direction. So we need to change our landing runway to come in from the other side. That's okay. We can do that. There's our airport in the distance. I believe we can see it. Can't we? Still hand flying here. And there is our airport. Right there off in the distance. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh. Bandwidth too low. Is that right? There's the airport right there. We need to approach it from the other side because that's the runway we took off from, but we need to come in from the other side. So let's do that. We'll fly over, turn around. We'll fly next to the airport and turn around for our landing. Looks faster than it is, that's for sure. Well, we are flying, well, we were up until now flying fairly quickly. We're flying around 160 knots. I've kind of slowed it down a little bit. There's the runway. Very stable flyer if you get it tuned right. It can also be very, very reactive to winds and turbulence. It's a very interesting aircraft. Very wobbly in the air and on the ground, apparently. Just putting a little bit of distance before we prepare for landing and turn around. Okay, let's prepare for landing. Let's turn those on, make sure that's on. Yes, it is. Let's put that. Let's go, everybody. Let's make that turn. Got that throttle. Cut that throttle fully. RPM over to max. There's our runway. Should we have our auxiliary fuel pump on? I have no idea, but it is off. We can put on our flaps. Get a bit of torque. There we go. Nice and easy. We are going to use not full flaps today. Well, we could though. We could use full flaps. There's nothing wrong with using full flaps today for the landing. Look at how slowly we're approaching it. We are crawling along here. Let's descend. Okay, time to switch off the music, eh? Flaps full. Sky dolly. Recording. Keep our torque up. I don't want any last minute surprises there. Alright, coming into land at Palermo. Oh. It does have reverse, but we're not going to use it today. There's a reverse. Okay. We have landed, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go ahead and park ourselves in. I'm going to take the next right turn here. Let's put our flaps up. Let's get our landing lights out. Strobe lights out here as well. Okay, perfect. Now for taxiing, we can bring this down carefully here. I assume reverse on those kind of aircraft are mostly for short runways. Yes, it is. It's completely unnecessary to use reverse on such a long runway. You can if you want to, but it's gonna stop like in a dime. So I didn't even use any brakes. Zero brakes. No brakes, nothing. I just put the throttle into beta, the prop beta. That's good enough. Just a change of the propeller pitch is good enough. All right, very nice. Welcome back into Palermo, ladies and gentlemen. go back into our parking, shall we? We will take a look at the landing replay as usual, guys. So don't go anywhere just yet. We need to cool our cabin a little bit. It's a beautiful place, this, isn't it? Very nice airport. Very lovely place to test out some GA aircraft from. I need to control that FS realistic thing somehow. But only when I'm on the ground do I have this issue. It's just too shaky with the aircraft. We'll park ourselves in some way here. Would you look at that? That is a Q400, is it not? It seems like a Bombardier. Sky Alps. Looks good. Okay, we'll turn at the next one. Park ourselves next to the Bombardier. Yeah, let's go park ourselves in there, right? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, we've put our parking brake here on. Let's go ahead and take a look at that landing replay. Shall we do that? Okay. Let's take a look at that landing replay. Alright, in real life GA aircraft vibrate way more than they shake. At my first flight on a C-152, and when the throttle went full it was wild, yes. They do vibrate a lot more than they shake. Let's check out this landing. I think this view is better, isn't it? I'll try this view first. I didn't really bother to flare much, but let's see. It's alright. It's an alright landing. It's a caravan. It can take anything rough in either case. So let's see the touchdown. See, because of FS Realistic, there's something weird that happens with this aircraft. Can't put my finger on it, but there's something weird. It acts like it hits something before it lands. So that's something to remember. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at that replay. Ooh, lovely. Let's go ahead and see that replay again. Alrighty. Did you guys see the landing replay? I don't know if you guys saw the landing rate, sorry, when it touched down. I don't know if it displayed. Okay. Last one, because it's so nice. These are so fun. So the last one. Welcome back, everybody, to Palermo. Let's go ahead to where we left our aircraft off, and then we'll shut it down. There you are. Once again, the ground speed is stuck. Yeah, the ground speed is stuck now. It says landing rate -11. Is that right? I don't know about -11, but okay. Everything is stuck again, so we need to refresh it. Because of the landing replay, obviously, but it doesn't matter. We're done with the flight anyway, so still, it's nice to have accurate information, right? Alright, everybody, let's go ahead and shut down our lovely aircraft now by first bringing our RPM down. And we can feather it and cut off our engine. Look at that spin animation, isn't that lovely? Look at that propeller animation, it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Okay. Now, standby power off. We can trip the generator there. Avionics off. All the lights off, please. Thank you very much. Pitot heat off. This down to off. All of this is good. This is off. Okay. This can go in unlocked. This is normal, that's alright, that's off, just making sure that's good. And there you go. Let's pull that up. Let's go to engines 90. Yeah, I did see a slightly cross the torque mark than we should have, so 1% damage. Jevon Barrett Aviation, how do you get the black panel interior? It's a mod from flightsim.to. There is a dark textures mod for the Black Square Caravan series. So it's from flightsim.to. You install that, you're gonna get dark panels. I like flying with the dark panels. They look really good. Obviously, when I get bored of it, I'm just gonna switch it out for the original texture, then put it back in. You know, a little bit of change. But yeah, flightsim.to. Let's go to wheel chocks, rudder lock, pitot covers, engine covers. You don't need external power. There we are. Is there something like that for the Duke? Sure thing, Mr. Jevon Barrett Aviation. Is there something like that for the Duke? I haven't checked. I kind of like the Duke cockpit textures already, like the colors already, so I haven't really checked for a repaint or a retexture work or anything. But I'm sure there should be, and if there is, you've given me an idea. I need to go check that as well. You'll find it on Flight Sim. Can't really enjoy the white texture. Yeah, I have the same issue. I like the dark cockpit, especially at night and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, check flightsim.to. I'm pretty sure there's one for the Duke as well. I'm pretty sure. If you find it, you'll find it there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that ends today's, or not today's, but this little live stream. There's going to be a live streaming in a few hours. I would say about 6 or 7 hours from now, maybe 7 hours from now, I'll be jumping in for another live stream. And this one is also going, that live stream is also probably going to be a GA one. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. We might take out a GA aircraft, or we might jump into an airline, or we might do a jet. Could be anything really. I haven't flown the E-jets in X-Plane 12 in a while as well, so I was thinking about that too. So, Jevon Barrett Aviation Baron, yeah, there should be textures for Baron as well on flightsim.to. Or are you suggesting an aircraft? If you're suggesting an aircraft, unfortunately I do not have the Black Square Baron, I only have the default Baron. So it's not that fun really. Yeah, let's try to jump into the E-jets. Maybe we will, maybe we won't in X-Plane 12. Yeah, anyway, I want to thank everybody who tuned into the live stream, and especially those who tuned into the chat. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of that good stuff for the channel as we push on, yeah? Thank you so much for tuning in particular in the live chat, Mr. Jevon Barrett Aviation. Thank you very much for tuning into the live chat. Guillermo. Thank you very much, Mr. Gear. See you soon. Thank you, Jevon Barrett, Gear 850. Who else do we have? Anas. Chalito. Thank you so much to all of you guys for tuning into today's live chat. Anyway, have yourself a lovely day. I shall catch you very, very soon. And until then, you take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.